Hey everyone, Anthon-patapon here, and today we're going to continue with some more Crash Bash for the Sony PlayStation. Now, we're here to do Skyballs. Something else I forgot to mention with Pogo Padlock, something I've had an issue with all the Pogo levels, was the perspective. Imagine trying to have to aim at your opponent just to get their score too. That's just insane. But none of that compares to this. This is probably going to be the longest part I'm going to have to deal with if Oxide doesn't take too long. I don't think Oxide will ever take this long as this, of course. Because now you have to prevent 20 points from your goal with failing engines on top of that. Because now you also have to worry about freaking... So that's basically 60 points where you have to reflect it. And for whatever reason, they decided to use a really unnoticeable gray. Like, it kind of actually blends with the ball color, so there's a good chance that I might be able to actually miss a ball just because it flew so fast past my eye and I can barely tell what the color is. That's only a possibility though. I'm not gonna say that's the only reason. But yeah, the failing engines part isn't even like the hardest thing about this course, by the way. It does bring out some disadvantages as well as some advantages to you for like scoring, but it's not nearly as much of a it's not really as much of a distraught of why this will take so long compared to the idea that you need to take care of 20 points for each opponent. Even doing this with co-op will probably take a while because of how much score you have to take care of there too. But the fact that they want you to do this for like just about 60 points. At least the balls are flying in faster, so maybe now we don't have to worry too much about these balls just like taking a while to just come out. But at the same time, it's like, God, why 20 points? Because like Coco is still at 12, or now 11, and Dinglethal and Tiny have somewhat low numbers. So I'm not worried about actually losing here. I'm worried about the fact that this will just drag on for so long. And if I miss just one game, that means I have to go through this whole other game worth of doing this again. At least they're at a disadvantage now, so this game I'm not too worried about. Unless they start shooting at a frenzy. And we got a failed engine on her side, that's it. I'm just not looking forward to how long this part will be, really. And don't even get me started on this crystal challenge. Don't even get me started on that. This is nothing compared to that. This is just long and drawn out, but that, oh my God, who thought that was a good idea? It is absolutely probably the worst crystal challenge in the entire game. Some people say Pogo Padlock is worse, and I can definitely see it. Some people say Embolism is the worst, and I can also see that. But on those cases, on the other two, it's mostly just because of how long these things last. And for Pogo Padlock, it's because of the situation with the perspective on the Pogo levels. So those are more so fundamental issues with the minigames themselves. Nothing I'm really concerned about there with the challenge, with the Crystal Challenge. The Crystal Challenge here is not a fundamental issue. It's just an issue with the challenge itself. And we will get there when we get to that preview. But just know, it is not a pretty sight. And neither will I be if I ever dare to do that while on the stream. Because I promise you, it is not for the faint of heart. I'll tell you that right now. Yep, keep laughing it up, Coco. Yo, what? What was that movement? Is she doing some is it? Oh, okay, it's not teabagging. Is she doing some taunting nonsense, low key? Oh my God, really? And then you have, oh my God. It's just why 20? How did that score? It did it again. It did it again. This time I actually saw it go through the turbine. How did that go on my side, bruh? Oh my God. It was pretty much a wrap for Tiny anyway. 6-1. I have to. It's not boring necessarily. It's just doing this for so long can be boring. It's something that can be boring, not that it is. Though I imagine with 4 players, it can get with real players this can get hectic. With CPU, it's just drawing out for too long because it's like. The only good thing about this, seriously, what the heck is Coco and Dingle Doll doing? But anyways, like, the only good side about this is knowing that when I am done with this, I'm more than likely I'm never gonna have to touch this again. Because at this, I've already 200% the game on my own time. When I 200% this on stream, that's it. That's it. It's recorded that I've done it at some point. Even if it's lost, I know that I've done it already, so twice. Just doing it once, I don't recommend, but doing it twice, that's enough to drive someone insane. And unfortunately, I'm insane enough to even try it. Tried it, succeeded, and I'm trying it again on freaking whenever I finish this part. I'm thinking about doing it whenever this gets uploaded, because by the time Crash Bash is done, oh my gosh, by the time Crash Bash is done, I'm probably going to be like doing some parts on Mind Over Mutant by now, because Crash of the Titans isn't really that long either. Oh my gosh, that was my fault. I should probably stop holding the R1 button and only do it when necessary. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Jeez, I just wish I made this into a co-op playthrough, even if it's not 200%. Even if it wasn't, I mean 200%. I would have loved doing this with someone and seeing someone get insane with me on this crap. Because, goodness gracious, I know I need someone for emotional support after doing this. God. Oh! Yes, go on that side. Yes, yes, we're almost done. Just need to... What? How'd that shoot over there? Okay, okay. Just calm down. Just calm down. This isn't even the worst of it, because I still gotta do the gem challenge, too. The gem challenge, I don't think is too hard. At least I don't think it is. Just keep that word in mind. I don't think it's that hard. The crystal, I know it's hard. A bit unfair, to be honest, but definitely hard. I was about to say, if it went on my side again through the turbines. Oh, shoot. Sorry, my headset kind of fell out. Sorry about that. Let's try to be at least somewhat professional while doing this. I say this right after doing the freaking Crash Tag Team Racing playthrough, which definitely was a nice redo, as well as being able to 100% it. Like, it was definitely a nice change of pace from what I normally do with the Crash stuff, like the platforming stuff, as well as like the Twin Sanity and of course the racing games, the other racing games, of course. But it just really sucks knowing that there's only 3 DS? Like 3 DS Crash games. And two of them are funny variations of the Radical Entertainment area, and Boom Bang is just trash. Like I just can't believe that there was a point where someone really tried to make it like Mario Party, make it absolutely bare bones, but like, and you know what sucks? I actually did kind of like the little designs that they had for Boom Bang as well. Like, Coco especially, Coco didn't even look like she does now, as well as with the Insane Trilogy. I don't know if I would prefer it over the one that we have for Crash 4 and a remake, but I definitely know that it was definitely something refreshing to see after so long, including the Radical Entertainment era. I just wish if that game was better, I probably would have at least considered doing more DS games, because like I'm not gonna do it off of just the Radical Entertainment ports alone. Alright, I don't know, like and it sucks because I think that's the game where we can actually play Pinstripe outside of CTR. Can you imagine that, being able to play as Pinstripe? Like, we're already at a point where in Crash 4 we get to play as Dingle Dial. Dingle Dial! A character I never even thought would be a playable character in the Crash games outside of CTR. Well, outside of the racing games, period, but outside of the CTR specifically. And yes, I know he's playable in Bash, but that's not the same thing. In fact, this doesn't even look like Dingodile. It looks like a whole other character with just wearing a name. And now, by the way, while we do only have to worry about 15 points, I only have 9! 9 points while everyone else has 15. It's really not that bad. Like, realistically speaking, it's not that bad. It only gets bad when the engines start failing on my side, like this. But otherwise, this challenge is actually considerably fair compared to what we'll deal with next. It'll take a little bit of time and patience, maybe, but you know, that's just how it usually is with games like these. Just a simple, fair challenge. May require some patience, but it's definitely beatable. Why this side? I mean, at least we get Tiny out faster, but man. What? I hate that. I hate that so much. Sometimes they just fall on my side, even when I'm clearly bumping it. Like, why this side? Okay. Yo, that was a beautiful block. Wait, did that ball just destroy Tiny? Okay. And yes, I do want to remind you that you don't always have to make a kick. Like, you only do it when it's absolutely... You don't have to only do it when it's absolutely necessary, but I also recommend it just when it's beneficial. No! Oh my god. Nope. Oh my god, one more. Ah! No! Come on, just one more. No! Ah! See, like, this one isn't even that bad. I was short by 2 points after even being in disadvantage for 6 points. I might need to do some editing on this, but otherwise, this is actually not that bad. I was about to scream if that counted as a point against me. Woo! Too smooth. Oh my, yeah, nah. Forget what I said earlier. Oh my god, okay. And no, there's no restart function. If you fail, if you feel like you failed, you might as well just wait out the points. Because look at this. I'm 4 to 11, 10, and 10. Even if by... Yeah, no. It's done. I might as well just stop at this point. Like, just stop right here and then just edit to when I actually get to a point where I went. 1 to 9 and... No, I'm dead. I'm gonna just get to when I actually get close to winning this. Yes! Yes! Oh my god. I take back what I said about the gem challenge. The gem challenge alone didn't take me 20 minutes. It just brought the recording up to almost 19 minutes. But that's still, even with me struggling more than I thought I would, that still does not compare to what we have to deal with in the Crystal Challenge. Let me show you what we're going to be dealing with when I get that 200% stream. So, in this challenge, we only have 10 balls to worry about now as opposed to 20 or 15. In my case, 9. But that's a good thing, right? Here's the downside to this, though. In exchange for having to deal with half of these points, now there's these special balls that we cannot touch. They don't score anything, so if it goes by our goal, it doesn't count against us. But these balls are instant death, by the way. So here's what happens. In this mode, it'll just be looking normal, right? However, at some point, and by the way, the engine still failed. At some point, the opponent will be able to send off a red shockwave, which turns these balls into these special modes. So during this ball is completely ill-advised to touch. And unfortunately, it does not stop here. You think it just goes to... Sometimes, for whatever reason, that ball didn't turn to a special ball. Okay. I don't know what happened with that ball there, but Yeah, within this situation, you cannot touch these. All balls still trying to avoid making sure the normal balls don't go on your goal. So chances are, if you see a high-flying ball on your side, like that right there, there's a good chance you might end up reacting to trying to touch the ball that you're not supposed to touch and die for it. I was actually doing pretty well with that one, but I'm not doing that. Not here. Heck no. Heck no. That's enough to drive someone insane. Like not even joking insane. I mean like actually just breaking them down mentally. It's not healthy doing that one. But just as unhealthy, we'll do Toxic Dash next. So this is Actorius Warson. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe for that more Crash Bash content, as well as follow on Twitch for more news, for more like streams on Crash Bash, which we'll be doing for 200%, as well as other Crash games and Smash, up until Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. But make sure you hit up my Twitter just in case. So until we get to that point, and thank goodness we don't have to worry about it now, see ya.